Yo. Yo.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Hollywood, Florida for the first annual Super Bowl Grand Prix presented by Polaroid. This is Team Instigator out of Long Island, New York. Team Instigator, a 42-foot fountain owned and throttled by Peter Meyer. The driver is Joe Stroh. These guys together make up a legendary team that's won numerous world and national championship titles. Crew chief aboard Instigator is Jerry Haney. Other crew include Joe DeMola. Team Instigator running very strong here today in the bumpy waters of the Super Bowl Grand Prix in Hollywood, Florida, the season opener for 2007. Other boats in this class include Team Cintron, Johnny Stanch, and Nick Monaco. This boat placed second at the World Championships in Key West last season. Always a fan and crowd favorite, team instigator, normally at the front of the pack, and that's where they are right now. Joe Stroh and Peter Meyer doing a great job all the way from Long Island, New York. Griffin Power inboards. Mercury number 5's on the back of this fountain. The team is owned by Kerry McCann. John McCann is the driver. Jeffrey McCann, the throttle man. Definitely a family team here. The crew includes Chad, Eric, Kirk, Robbie, and Stan. All based out of Morehead City, North Carolina. Sponsors include Fort Macon Marina, Bistro by the Sea, Southeast Elevator, Dairy Queen of Morehead City, Playa Graphics, Coastal Finance, Seaco of Morehead City, Sign Central, Tide Chamber Boat Lifts, CalCapTennis.com, Planet Coastal, Save and Stop, and Griffin Power. These two brothers have been racing together a long time. They've got themselves a great running boat here in the P2-9. Last year, they placed third place overall for the 2006 season, including first place in Morehead City, North Carolina, and third overall at the Key West World Championships. Team Scream Machine P2-9. Other boats in the P2 class are Predator and David Bryan Jewelers. Coming down now, great battle between two more boats in two different classes. Out front is Pour It On, and right behind them is Yachts Fountain. This is a Super Cat light boat against a Super V boat. There you can see the Yachts Fountain taking the inside line, making good time there. Serge Allegre and Michael Carcente from France aboard the Yachts Fountain, but right beside them, coming back strong, is Team Pour It On, really pouring it on now. Number 60 is a 36-foot skater. Team Pour It On is owned by Brian Hupp from Missouri. He is the driver of this 36-foot skater. Grant Bruggeman from Cooper City, Florida, is the throttle man. This boat is maintained by Grant's Custom Rigging in Fort Lauderdale. The Yachts Fountain team definitely moving along now. First place in the Super V class right now, ahead of Miccosukee Indian Gaming. This is a 42-foot fountain. Very strong contender every time these guys hit the water. The Yachts Fountain. A multi-time world and national champion team here. These guys have won many races over the years and doing a great job out front right now. First place in the Super V class. Serge Allegre and Michael Carcente. Another boat that was supposed to be in this race today that didn't make the start of the race was the 42-foot fountain of Team Taboo, piloted by Mike Siebold and Craig Wilson. No problem at all right now. Number 96 out front in Super V class, the Yachts Magazine Fountain. Great running 42-foot fountain at the front of the field in Superboat V class. Tons of fans here in Biloxi, Mississippi. There was fans lining up as early as Saturday night in order to get good seating and parking for Sunday's race here in Biloxi, Mississippi. All the parking garages at the casinos, as well as every dock and pier, littered with fans throughout. There you see the new Hard Rock Casino right there in the backdrop. That will be the start-finish line for the race today. And next we'll be coming upon the Beau Rivage Marina and the Beau Rivage Hotel. Several thousand fans at the Beau Rivage taking in this racing event for the 2007 season opener for the Offshore Super Series. You can see all the fans at the top of the parking garage there at the Beau Rivage as well. Heading west now along the coast of Mississippi, getting ready to turn around, and the boats will start going east. But the rest of the field going to play catch up very quickly here. Miccosukee Indian Gaming, first time running the boat for these guys, Brett Firshman and Reggie Fountain III. No stranger to these Fountain V-bottoms. These guys will do very well. There's some quick side-by-side action between Yachts Fountain and Muscle Racing. Miccosukee quickly moving up there as well. First time in the boat, Reggie Fountain III, Brett Firshman doing a great job in Miccosukee Indian Gaming alongside Muscle Racing. Dropping back just a little bit, the outer limits towards the back, alongside them, the Bad Boy Powerboats. Out front right now, though, David Knight with the sticks to the wood, along with Benny Robertson at the wheel. Fountain Powerboats putting on a dominant performance thus far. The number 96 Yachts Fountain in the lead, closely followed by Miccosukee Indian Gaming. Two sister ships, 1 and 2 thus far in the Super V class here in 2007 Biloxi, Mississippi, smoking the sound. Miccosukee crossing the wake now at the east end of the court. Here we see on board with Reggie Fountain and Brett Firshman right at the start of the race. Miccosukee Indian Gaming, brand new 42-foot fountain. Twin Mercury 525s with the Mercury number 6 drive. Brett Firshman, your driver. Reggie Fountain III, the throttle man. See Reggie Fountain looking down, monitoring all his gauges there, and looking back to monitor the action. Keeping tabs on this brand new boat. These guys doing a great job out to second place thus far, right behind the sister ship, the Yachts Fountain. Two multi-time champions in their own right, doing battle together now in the Super V class. Miccosukee Indian Gaming. There you can see the battle back there now for third place between Muscle Racing, Outer Limits, and Bad Boy Powerboats. Number 30, Mikasuki Indian Gaming, owned by Bad Apple Racing, driven by Brett Lee Firstman and throttled by Reggie Fountain III. As we said earlier, the Outer Limits boat just done in time for this race, as was this Mikasuki boat. This is the first time in the water for this team. They're doing a great job thus far for Mikasuki Indian Gaming. Fountain Powerboats employees did an amazing job getting this boat together in time for this race. Trying to catch back up. Go to the front of the pack again in the Super V class. There is Mikasuki Indian Gaming, still behind their sister ship, the Yachts Fountain, right now. Brett Firshman and Reggie Fountain III aboard Mikasuki Indian Gaming. Guys got that boat hung out beautiful, doing a great job. Number 30, Mikasuki Indian Gaming, second place currently in the Super V class. We see the AMF Racing helicopter, their R-44 there, John Hagan, filming and taking pictures for all the teams. See out front, that's the Yachts Fountain. Ben Robertson at the wheel, David Knight on the throttle. These guys really showing the way around the course right now at the front of the pack. Number 96, Yachts Magazine Fountain. see Team Yachts Fountain getting spooled up, really moving down that straightaway, hanging that boat out great. David Knight on the throttle, Ben Robertson at the wheel, doing a great job at the front. Here at the 2007 season opener in Biloxi, Mississippi for the Offshore Super Series. Biloxi smoking the sound. Hot on their tail, Miccosukee Indian Gaming. Coming down now, this is F1-2 TNT Racing, a 2001 29-foot Fountain Fever. Powered by a single 500 horsepower EFI Mercury Racing inboard. Sponsors include Image Sports of Florida, Cola Bella Performance, B-Blades Propellers, and the Solder Joint. St. Cloud was a reunion of former teammates from Extreme Racing's F-157, former drivers Trent and Scott with Extreme, which they obtained 2 national titles together and 1 world title. Put these 2 guys together in the boat, and they're doing a great job right now in Factory 1 class. Trent's former teams include Extreme Racing, Simply Awesome, Venom Powerboats, Mariners Club Offshore. Scott's former teams include Team Scarab, Extreme Racing, and Team Extreme. The owner is TNT Racing of Palm Coast, Florida. Scott O'Connor from Bradenton is the driver, and Trent Wyatt from Melbourne is the throttle man. Running great right now, Factory 1, F1-2 TNT Racing. Special thanks go out to Dave Warden and the rest of the Team Extreme for all their competition and friendship. TNT Racing wouldn't be where they were without all their sponsors. There you see Instigator going by, still giving a little bit of chase to Team Muscle. Instigator Bob Oliver at the wheel, Peter Meyer on the throttle. Ancient Warhorse here. These guys do battle every year with this boat, do a great job. Bob Oliver from Pennsylvania, Peter Meyer from Long Island, New York. This boat always runs very strong. It's been very competitive for a number of years and doing a great job right now ahead of Team Syntron in the Super V Unlimited class. Team Instigator number 22, 42-foot Fountain, Mercury Super Cat Tower with Mercury number 6 drive. Peter Meyer on the throttle, has been doing this for many years, multi-time world and national champion, not missing a beat, doing a great job on the sticks aboard Instigator. Bob Oliver, no slouch himself behind the wheel, keeping her on track and pointed in the right direction. Coming down now, this is the Yachts Fountain. Ben Robertson at the wheel. David Knight on the throttles, number 96. These guys came off a second place finish in Biloxi at the OSS season opener. Right now, they are running very strong, very fast boats. 42-foot Fountain. Team Yachts Magazine Fountain Racing. Listen to this Mercury 525 horsepower EFI boat hum along. As they go by Rum Runners, a smaller boat in the T5 class. You can see they're hot on the trail of AMF and Miss Geico for second place overall. Right now it's AMF Miss Geico out front, Yachts Fountain overall second place. You see them splitting the difference there. The P4 class Team Raven in the middle of these two big boats doing battle for the lead overall. Miss Geico and Yachts Fountain. Coming down now, this is number 21, Syntrom Liquid Energy. It's a 42-foot fountain powered by a pair of Stotler 1,000 horsepower racing engines. Make up the Mercury number 6 drive. Johnny Stantz is the throttle man. Nick Monaco is the driver. Guys running uncontested in the Superboat Unlimited V-bottom class. Very strong runner right here, Team Syntrom Liquid Energy. Lots of fans lining the beach here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida for this, the third stop on the Superboat International Tour in 2007. This is the second day of racing here at the Fort Lauderdale Air and Sea Show Grand Prix. Weekend-long event including offshore powerboat racing on both Saturday and Sunday, as well as the military and private air show and military ships, all forms of air and sea sights to see here at the Air and Sea Show Grand Prix. Coming down now on the 29-foot fountain that is TNT Racing, sponsored by AMF Offshore Racing. Scott Brown from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina is the driver. Trent Wyatt from Melbourne, Florida is the throttle man. Powered by single Mercury 525 horsepower inboard. These guys running solo right now in the Factory 1 class. Some of the sponsors aboard include AMF Offshore Racing, Image Sports of Florida, Colabella Performance Drives, P-Blades Propellers, and the Solder Joint. Running in first, Factory 1, F1-2, AMF Offshore Racing, TNT Performance. Scott Brown, and Trent Wyatt. Coming down now on the fountain of On the Chip Racing, Kurt Cropper, the throttleman. Jimmy Winters, the owner and driver. This fountain is powered by a pair of JC Performance engines, coupled with Mercury number 6 Speedmaster drive. 38-foot fountain on the chip, last year's national champions in Class 2. Moved up to Class 1 for the World Championships in Destin, where they finished second place. Very strong running boat here in Class 1 on the chip right now. Out front, doing battle with Team Traffic Light from Michigan, Ed and Sean Smith in their 37-foot Talon. Definitely a hard-charging team here out of Long Island, New York, on the chip. Coming down now on 21, this is Syntrom Liquid Energy. Running in the V-Class, 42-foot fountain, powered by a pair of 572 cubic inch, 1,500 horsepower Stotler racing engines. Nick Monaco is behind the wheel today. Johnny Stanch is on the throttle. You see Syntron going by Miss Geico Offshore Racing. They're still trying to nurse the Geico boat around the course. Coming down now on number 33. This is What's Up, owned by Ed Smith from New Jersey, throttled by Anthony Smith, 38-foot. What's Up racing engine powered fountain. Running in the Class 2 against Unleashed, Extreme, Wahoo, and Strictly Business. What's Up? Ed and Anthony Smith motoring right along in What's Up, leading Class 2 at this point. There is Miss Geico in the Turbine Extreme class, still nursing the boat along, obviously having some issue at this point. Coming down now on Strictly Business Offshore Racing, number 206, a 35-foot fountain. Aboard Strictly Business, Louis the Rigger, Gina Conteri, and Eric Voller. Crew aboard Strictly Business, Seth Corin and Frank Vici. Special thanks to their wives, Louisa and Jen, and all their families, and team leader Seth Corin. Special thanks to Augie, Smitty, Al, Mike, and the entire OPA staff for the time and devotion they put into this sport. Also, Mr. John Hagan and AMF, not only for feeding us, but adding so much to the racing scene. Ron P. for his great picks and knowledge of offshore racing. Sponsors aboard Strictly Business include LFG Rigging Inc. and Midcoast Performance Marine. This 35-foot fountain powered by a pair of 525 horsepower inboards. Based out of Long Island, New York, Strictly Business. Go on board with Strictly Business at the start of the race. Eric Tweak Vorer doing a great job on the sticks, and Louie the Rigger at the wheel doing a great job keeping her on track, running very strong in Class 2, Strictly Business Motorsports from Long Island, New York. Coming down now to Super V class. Out front right now, the 42-foot fountain is Miccosukee Indian Gaming, owned by Bad Apple Racing. Brett Lee Fershman is your owner and driver from Coral Springs, Florida. The throttle man is Wyatt Fountain from Washington, North Carolina. Team Miccosukee Indian Gaming, very strong running team. Last year's world and national champions in OSS. This new 42-foot fountain out front right now. You can see the roof hatch bouncing around just a little bit right there. Currently running out front of the Yachts Fountain here in Sarasota, Florida. Miccosukee Offshore Racing. You see CMS Offshore Racing going by on the outside in the Superboat 750 class. Still trying to chase down reliable carriers. You see the Yachts Fountain just behind a little bit at this point behind Miccosukee Offshore Racing. The Yachts Fountain with Michael Carcenti and Reggie Fountain III aboard. Very similar 42-foot fountain. Team Yachts Fountain Run in second place at this point in the Super V class. We see Bud Select going by on the outside with their new 50-foot Mystic Cat, Sarasota, at the 23rd Annual Suncoast Offshore Grand Prix. Here we are to another boat. Oh, almost sliding around. That is Instigator and their 42-foot fountain running in the Superboat V-Bottom Unlimited class. Bob Oliver and Peter Meyer aboard Team Instigator. Sliding that boat just a little bit right there, allowing CMS to slide by on the outside in the Superboat Cat 750 class. Longtime veterans aboard Team Instigator, Bob Oliver and Peter Meyer, have won numerous world and national championships between the two of them. Very strong run in fountain here, number 22, race prepared by Jerry and Jordan Haney. Currently running in second place in the Superboat V-Bottom Unlimited category, trying to chase down Syntron Liquid Energy at this time. Coming down now on P1-8, this is Team Raven. 42-foot fountain. Powered by a pair of 980 horsepower Mercury Racing inboards coupled to the Mercury No. 6 Speedmaster drives. The owner and driver is Randy Knapp from Inglewood, Florida. Billy Glick is the throttle man from Osprey, Florida. Leading the way around in P1 class, Team Raven. There you can see Tequila Patron dead in the water there. 433 Team Conrad Fountain of Youth. 33-foot, 10-meter fountain built in 1986. Sponsors include Majeski Marine and Conrad Marine. Two Flow Technology 600-plus horsepower inboards. They were the St. Clair winners in 2005, as well as the Key West World second place. Fourth season on the same set of Conrad 540 drives. There you can see Team Reinforcer going by on the inside lane right now. On the throttles, Lee Raleigh out of Chesterfield, Michigan. David Steeman is the crew chief, while Brian Bunch is the driver. Very competitive team running its fourth season on the same set of Conrad 540 drives, originally equipped with TRS drives. This fountain converted to Conrad's in early 2004 between the race circuit and the Lake Erie Offshore Performance Association Poker Run Tour. The Conrad Fountain Youth makes 6 to 8 races per season. Brian also uses the boat in his spare time as a pleasure boat, and is also tearing up the waves of western Lake Erie near his hometown of Gibraltar, Michigan. Clare River Classic. On the opposite side of the river, you can see the Class 3 boats heading up. Try to get them lined up here. Somebody dropped way back there right off the start. And we don't even have a start yet. Sliding back here. Sounds like we have the green flag already. And the action's going to tighten up. Looks like On the Chip nosing out to an early lead in Class 1. On the Chip heading out. Kurt Cropper on the throttles, putting them to the wood. Jimmy Winters at the wheel, taking the 38-foot Fountain to the lead, powered by a pair of JC Performance inboards coupled to the Mercury number 6 Speedmaster drive. Still looking back here now. What's up? Strictly Business, Wicked Marine, Traffic Light, Wahoo, all still on screen, but out front, slight advantage over Team Traffic Light is Team On the Chip. Wicked Marine dropping back a little bit. Those boats, the 3 boats running in Class 1. On the Chip, Traffic Light, and Wicked Marine. The other start here is the Class 2. The 2 fountains closest to us right now, the 35-foot fountain of Strictly Business and the 38-foot fountain of Team What's Up. What's Up, driven by Ed Smith. On the throttles is Anthony Smith, making their way to the corner at the south end of the course right now. Out front is On the Chip. Kurt Cropper, Jimmy Winters not letting off, doing a great job. Right down now, the 36-foot Cobra is Team Wicked Marine. Their 40-foot motion was badly delaminated in Ocean City, Maryland, so they've been forced to bring this 36-foot Cobra, former world champion in the C class, to this event. They've reconfigured it here. Also in Class 2 is Unleashed and Extreme. Well, What's Up is 38-foot fountain powered by a pair of What's Up racing engines. Driven by Ed Smith, throttled by Anthony Smith. Also based out of Brick, New Jersey, and Smitty's Marine. There you can see upside down in the first turn, Team Wahoo and their 30-foot AMT upside down right there on the race course. Dave Skorsky and Dean Howard aboard Team Wahoo. Coming down now, Strictly Business number 206. This is the 2003 35-foot fountain. Sponsored by LFG Rigging, as well as Mid-Coast Performance Marine, powered by a pair of Mercury Racing 525 horsepower inboards. Luigi Giaconteri is the owner and driver. Eric Tweak-Vor is the throttle man. Seth Corin and Frank Vici from Long Island are the crew members. Special thanks to the wives, Louisa and Jen, and their families, and the team leader, Seth Corin. Also special thanks to Smitty, Augie, Al, Mike, and the entire OPA staff for the time and devotion they put into the sport. Very special thanks to John Hagan and Team AMF for not only feeding but adding so much to the racing and scene, and Ron Poley for his great picks and knowledge of offshore racing. This team, Strictly Business Motorsports, is putting together, sponsoring, and putting on the whole race in Patchogue, New York, along with the OPA. Look forward to seeing everyone at that event, which is the next stop on the OPA Tour for 2007. Freeze Frame Video will be there with aerial coverage, providing both video and photos for all the racing action. We'll go on board here with Strictly Business right at the start of the race and take them for about a lap here in St. Clair, Michigan, looking off the stern of their 35-foot Mercury-powered fountain. Very smooth ride for these guys as the 3 boats wide here, getting separated, picking a line to head in the first turn here at the south end of the course in St. Clair, Michigan. Getting a little water over the boat there, getting a little wash down there, cleaning the windshield as they line up for their corner, heading into the turn here. Just behind them you can see Team Wahoo drop back a little bit early on in the start here. Team What's Up on the outside, but making a great line in this turn 1, Team Strictly Business. Putting the throttles down now. Eric Voyer coming out of the corner. Louis the Rigger on the wheel there. Wahoo making up some ground quick there on the right side of your screen. All the way out of the picture now is What's Up, but these 3 boats doing battle at the front of the pack in Class 2. Team Strictly Business. Offshore Racing out of Patchogue, Long Island. You can see hot on their tail is Team Wahoo. Dean Howard and Dave Skorsky in that 30-foot Predator Cat. Getting ready to go around the corner here at the north end of the course. Team Wahoo getting in the wake right there, trying to make up some ground, heading into the corner, trying to pick a line. You can see Wahoo on the inside there, and then they're gone. Sliding around the corner and then turned it over in the turn. Dean Howard and Dave Skorsky got their haircuts wet in St. Clair. Out front, Class 2, Strictly Business, showing everyone else the way around the course at this point. Louis the Rigger, Gian Conteri, and Eric Tweaker Vore. He's still just ahead of them right now. Team What's Up, the Class 2 33 boat. Ed and Anthony Smith. On the chip, running out front in the P1 class, trying to chase down traffic lights. Maybe a little too calm for these guys in this big V-bottom. They run very strong. They led early on. Right now they're trying to chase down Ed and Sean Smith in traffic light. Team on the chip. Jimmy Winters at the wheel. Kurt Cropper on the throttles. Big JC Performance power in this fountain, coupled to the Mercury number 6 drives. There you can see him going by Team Hotlicks in Class 3. Always a strong runner. Team on the chip. long history with this fountain. Formerly was the Instigator, the Shockwave, and the Dragon Lady. Now it's Kurt Cropper's baby, along with Jimmy Winters at the wheel, running it out front. Very strong contender, team on the chip from Long Island, New York. There you can see him going by, putting a lap on Team Extreme Cancun Cantina. Going by Team Totally Unleashed, another Class 2 on the chip, on the throttle right now, holding it down. Traffic Light and Wicked Marine, the two cats in this race. Though it looks like cat water, it doesn't look like these D-bottoms are giving any quarter right now. On the chip, trimmed to perfection right there. Kurt Cropper holding it down, trimming it out. Jimmy Winters on the wheel right now with something to prove, one of their hometown races, Long Island boys here. Special navigator in on the chip this weekend, the Birdman, Tom Bird, riding the back seat, pointing the way around the course. There is Traffic Light from Michigan, this 37-foot Talon, giving chase right now to On the Chip. On the Chip's been a force to be reckoned with in this Class 1 all season long, doing a great. Going down now on Strictly Business. Number 206, a 2003 35-foot fountain. Sponsors include LFG Rigging, Midcoast Performance Marine, Gotcha Attorney Service, Morgan Swans River Cafe. Powered by a pair of 525 horsepower Mercury Racing JC Performance inboards. Louis the Rigger Gianconteri is the owner and driver. Eric Quick-Borer is the throttle man. Both these guys locals here did a great deal in putting on this event. Spent countless hours with the Great South Bay Racing Association and helping this event take place. Very special thanks to Louis and all he did to make this race happen. Seth Corrin is the crew chief. Crew includes Frank Vici. Special thanks to the team's wives, Louisa and Jennifer and their families, Kevin Herring, Donna Bodkin, and a special thanks to all the racers and their families who came through for us and put Patchogue on the map as a top race site. A special thanks to Smitty for his guidance and all on top of the other 1,000 calls he gets a day. Big shout out to John Hagan and Jerry Gilbreth, as well as Scotty, JP, Mark, and the AMF Geico team for making their way to Long Island and helping this event take place. Strictly Business Motorsports running Class 2, very strong running, 35-foot fountain. Now we're coming up down onto What's Up. Number 33, 38-foot fountain, powered by a pair of What's Up racing engines, Mercury drives. Ed Smith is the pilot, Anthony Smith on the throttles. Team What's Up. Great running, 38-foot fountain here. Running in Class 2, other boats include Wahoo, Extreme, and Strictly Business. There is Instigator number 22. 40-foot fountain V-bottom running in Class 1 here. Peter Meyer is the throttle man. Joe DeMola at the wheel here, running Class 1. You see him going by Team Octane in Class 4. This Fountain Super V running very strong here. Team Instigator. Time walking just a little bit as Joe DeMola tries to get a handle on her and keep her under wraps. Peter Meyer holding his sticks down. There are 750 horsepower inboards power this 40-foot fountain with Mercury number 6 drives. Number 22, Instigator. Coming down now. On the chip, number 130. These guys running very strong. Kurt Cropper on the throttle, Jimmy Winters behind the wheel, and Tom Bird in the navigator seat on the chip, out to prove a point at this local race to these guys. Very strong performance from their JC Performance engines in their 38-foot fountain, coupled with a Mercury number 6 Speedmaster drives. These guys out front all day long doing a great job. Other boats giving chase include Wicked Marine, Instigator, Aero Express, Media Master, and Traffic Light. But out front in their home waters is On the Chip Racing. Tight battle for Class 1 right now here at the 2007 OPA Point Pleasant Offshore Grand Prix. Johnny Stanch and Nick Monaco doing an outstanding job in that 42-foot fountain. Hung out, trimmed perfectly, running very strong against this 37-foot Talon. Great battle between two very different types of boats. There is What's Up running in Class 2. This 38-foot fountain piloted by Ed Smith, throttled by Anthony Smith, leading in Class 2 at this point. The local team, Team What's Up. Here comes Strictly Business number 206, Strictly Business Motorsports from Long Island, New York. Eric Bohr is the throttle man. Louis Gianconteri is the owner and driver of this 35-foot fountain, powered by a pair of Mercury Racing 525 EFI inboards tweaked by JC Performance. LFG Rigging and Midcoast Performance Marine are the sponsors aboard Strictly Business. Number 206, Strictly Business Motorsports. Doing a great job. Eric Bohr on the throttles, not missing a beat. Louis Gianconteri keeping it on the rails, running very strong. On board now with Strictly Business. Team Strictly Business was instrumental in putting on the race in Patchogue, Long Island, the last race on the circuit. Special thanks to Louis and all his staff for making the Battle on the Bay possible and bringing offshore racing back to Long Island, New York after a 20-year hiatus. There is Team What's Up still leading in Class 2 with their 38-foot fountain. Ed and Anthony Smith, Team What's Up. Another team from nearby Brick, New Jersey, What's Up, leading in Class 2. We're on their way around the north end of the course here. There you see Jenkinson on the beach there in the background. Home port for all the race activities here. A big sponsor for many years on all the Point Pleasant offshore races. You miss Geico going by on the outside, leading first overall. There's Grandpa's Toy right in the middle, running in Class 4 as these two boats go by. What's Up leading in Class 2, Ed and Anthony Smith. Coming down now, Class 2, 14. This is Team Wahoo in their new 38-foot fountain. These guys had a twin cat outboard before, moved into a 38-foot fountain. There's the other battle in Class 2. This is Team Strictly Business and What's Up battling it out in Class 2. Strictly Business is a 2003 35-foot fountain. It's sponsored by LFG Rigging and Midcoast Performance Marine. Pair of Mercury 525 horsepower inboards power Strictly Business. These guys gunning for the national champions are the national champions in Class 2. Louis Gianconteri is the owner and driver. Eric Boyer is the throttle man. Crew include Seth Corin and Frank Beachy. Special thanks to the wives Louisa and Jen and all their families to make a great team. Very special thanks to Smitty, Augie, Al, Mike, and the entire OPA staff for the time and devotion they put into the sport, as well as John Hagan and AMF for feeding everybody and adding so much to the racing scene, as well as Ron Poley for his great pictures and knowledge of racing. Great battle here between Team What's Up and Strictly Business, a 38-foot fountain on the outside, the 35-foot fountain on the inside. Eric Bohr and Louis Gianconteri in the 35-foot fountain. Ed and Anthony Smith in the 38. What's Up? We're on board with Strictly Business right now. Very special thanks to Strictly Business Louis Gianconteri for all the hard work he put in putting on the Patchogue, Long Island, New York race and making that a great event. There you see these guys going by the 38-foot fountain. Team Wahoo right at the beginning of the race. New boat for those guys, Dean Howard and Dave Sikorsky and Team Wahoo still working the bugs out of their new boat. Congratulations to Team Strictly Business on their national championship in 2007. Hitting a little bump there around the corner. Doing a great job. Eric Vore on the throttle. Louis Giunteri working it around the corner. Louis the rigger at the wheel. Great battle side by side, two fountains here. Team What's Up and Strictly Business. There you see the cat light of Team Amsoil going by, number 77, that's 368 skater Bob Teague, the owner throttle man Paul Whittier at the wheel. Front over Team Traffic Light. Congratulations to Team On the Chip for winning the Class 1 National Championship for 2007. Jimmy Winters and Kurt Cropper aboard On the Chip, a 38-foot fountain based out of Long Island, New York. In Traffic Light, a 37-foot Talon built in 1995. Sponsors include Traffic Light, Kind Svader Carpets, Danbird Enterprises, Callans CarQuest, G&E Equipment, Locks Cleaners, Cleveland Construction, Zimmer's Roofing and Construction, House Calls Inspection, Photography by Day, Club Capri, St. Clair Collision, Christopher Building, LaCroix Pub, Adair Bar, T&R Furtois, Gates, NGK, and Rivers Bend Marina. There you can see Amsoil going by the two Class 1 boats right there, as well as Reliable Carriers breaking down on the back stretch of the race course. Still out front though, the On the Chip race team leading the way around. They've led several races this year and put on a great show all year long. Very strong running fountain with JC Performance engines and Mercury number 6 drives out of Long Island, New York. Traffic Light giving chase right now, lining up for their start. The pace boat is on plane. White Lightning is moving along. Everybody's trying to line up. Closest to us, the King of Shaves team from P1. Looks like we have the green flag already, and the Cat Killer has left the building. David Knight and Ben Robertson aboard the Cat Killer, moving out quickly. Right behind them, there is Team Taboo, Bill Mazzoni, in that 42-foot fountain with Arneson drives, powered by a pair of 750 horsepower inboards. Team Taboo, throttle man Ben Robertson. Taboo doing a great job right now, trying to keep up with the Cat Killer. Ben Robertson on the throttle, Bill Mazzoni behind the wheel, crew chief Leon Woolard, and crew Adam Canis. Running in the Superboat V Unlimited. Sponsors include BTM Marine. There you see King of Shaves motoring alongside right now. Fountain Worldwide, King of Shaves, James Shepard, and Mark Wilson. Mark Wilson is the owner. Craig Wilson, the throttle man. Aboard King of Shaves, James Shepard is the driver. Cat Lights coming into turn 1 right here, all doing battle. Motley Crue led the way. All jacked up in second, Amsoil and Reliable battling for third. There you see taking different lines there. V-bottoms, cats, boats going everywhere. We are on the back leg of Key West right now between turns 1 and 2. Taboo trying to chase down King of Shaves and the Cat Killer. There you see Team Amsoil in Cat Light, Paul Whittier and Bob Teague. On the outside is King of Shaves with Craig Wilson and James Shepard. These two boats running in the Super Boat V-Bottom Unlimited class. Doing a great job. Motley Crew all the way on the outside running in Cat Light. There you see Team Taboo dropping out with problems very early in the race right here. King of Shave still motoring along with their two V10 Ilmore inboards. Arneson surface drives propelling that boat along. Taking a bit of a thumper right there as Motley Crew moved alongside heading into turn 2. The Roman brothers, Scott and Ron Roman aboard Motley Crew. Never back off, show no quarter. Team based out of New Jersey, prepared by Kurtz Marine in Brick, New Jersey. Two different approaches. Peter Meyer from Long Island, New York is the throttle man. Number 22, Team Instigator, powered by a pair of 750 horsepower inboards, coupled to Mercury Racing number 6 drives. This boat is maintained by Jerry Haney in North Carolina. This boat has won many championships here in Key West in several different classes, dating way back to the B-class days, where they won several world championships as Team Instigator. Peter Meyer doing a great job on the throttles. Bob Oliver behind the wheel is the throttle man, and Nick Monaco is the driver. Running in the P1 class, Team Cintron, very strong team, won many races this year, including a big victory in Sarasota, Florida. Team Cintron Liquid Energy, number 21. Team Cintron 42-foot fountain, powered by a big pair of Stotler racing engines. Herb Stotler and crew maintain the boat and keep it running at top performance all the time. Team Cintron leading the way in Manufacturers 1 class. Include Team Taboo, Instigator, Rio Roses Fountain, and Fountain Worldwide. Coming down now on the Super V class, Mikasuki Indian Gaming, number 30. Leading the way around, Brett Fershman is the pilot. Wyatt Fountain on the throttles. Crew chief is Dylan Fershman. These guys have run strong all season long with this brand new 42-foot fountain. Brett Fershman, multi-time world and national champion, looking to put another notch in his belt, another championship for Mikasuki Indian Gaming. Mikasuki with 2 boats in this championship event, another running in the Superboat stock class. Right now we are on Mikasuki Indian Gaming Super V boat, leading the way. Brett Fershman and Wyatt Fountain aboard. Mikasuki heading into Key West Harbor right now, leading the way in Superboat V class. There you see the Yachts Fountain giving chase right now, number 96. Serge Allegre and Michael Carcente aboard this French team in their 42-foot Super V fountain. It is another Mercury 525 powered 42-foot fountain, the Yachts Fountain. Very close battle here. 2 nearly identical boats, Mikasuki Indian Gaming and Yachts Fountain. Miccosukee and Yachts battling it out for supremacy in the Super V class. Other boats in the Super V class are Team Predator as well as Lucas Oil. There you see the Super V going by the V Light of Extreme Vortex. Miccosukee Indian Gaming still leading the way in Super V. Heading towards turn 1. First day of racing of 3 here in Key West for the 2007 World Championships. HoneyParty.com still running strong in the V Unlimited class. This looks to be the yellow 42-foot fountain of Team Predator. Only their second race with this new boat. Based out of Key Largo, Florida, Dennis Del Torre and Gabriel Pacheco, number 41, Team Predator. These guys put together a string of victories last season in their 41-foot Apache in the manufacturers classes. Decide to move it up and step up their program now, doing battle in the Super V class. Brand new, beautiful 42-foot fountain, pair of Mercury 525 inboards with Mercury number 6 drives. Dennis Del Torre doing a great job on the throttle. Gabriel Pacheco at the wheel. Team Predator. Only their second race with this boat. These guys doing a great job. Rounding turn 2, getting ready to head into Key West Harbor as they too go by the Extreme Vortex, running in the Super V Light category. Team Predator, sponsored by Plantation Boat Mart in Tavernier, Florida. Heading by Mallory Square in the Ocean Tea House. Key West as the backdrop, rounding the carp. You can see the black outer limits there with Nigel Hook and Joe Scrow aboard. Along with the Cat Killer, the Sjogren Fountain, getting ready to put them a lap down. The Sjogren Fountain is running in the Superboat V Unlimited class, while the Lucas Oil Outer Limits is running in the Super V class. Number 76, Sjogren Performance Marine. It is a 45-foot fountain powered by a pair of 1,500 horsepower inboards, owned by Fountain Powerboats from Washington, North Carolina. David Knight is the throttle man. Mike Siebold is the driver. Very strong running 45-foot fountain. Sjogren Performance Marine Rio Roses. There you can see the Cat Killer motoring across the backstretch of Key West. No problem at all for this big 45-foot fountain V-bottom. David Knight and Mike Siebold. In the Super V Unlimited, the Rio Roses Sjogren Fountain took first place. Fountain Worldwide came home in second as Instigator with Peter Meyer finished third with Bob Oliver on the wheel. In the Super V class, Miccosukee Indian Gaming took another victory for Brett Furshman and Wyatt Fountain. The Yachts Fountain of the Frenchmen come home second. The Fountain of Team Predator, Dennis Del Torre and Gabriel Pacheco finish in third. This is Super V and Super Boat V-Bottom Unlimited. They have the green flag already. The Sjogren Rio Roses Cat Killer right in the center of the screen, motoring out right now, but Taboo has already jumped out to a little bit of a lead right there. Bill Mazzoni is the driver aboard Team Taboo in their 42-foot fountain, but the 45-foot Cat Killer motoring along right now to the front of the pack. The Cat Killer is a 45-foot fountain powered by Sterling inboards. Leading the way right now of all the V-Bottoms. Taboo in second place. Ben Robertson on the throttle. Bill Mazzoni behind the wheel. This Arneson drive 42-foot fountain running very strong right now. Ben Robertson also runs Team Taboo BTM Marine Super Cat for the team, and they've run very strong all week so far here in Key West. Number 44, Team Taboo in the Super Boat V-Bottom Unlimited class. You see the Fountain King of Shaves quickly pulling alongside right there. That is Craig Wilson and James Shepard aboard that 42-foot fountain. Similar setup with the Arneson drives, but that boat has the Ilmor V10 Viper motor. Very good looking run down the backstretch here in Key West between turns 1 and 2. King of Shaves, your P1 World Champions from 2007. That boat campaigned in Europe all year in the P1 Series, and they came home victoriously, winning the championship even after missing the first race. Congratulations to the Fountain Worldwide King of Shaves team. Taking it right down the spectator line right there. Fountain Worldwide King of Shaves, number 99. Craig Wilson and James Shepard aboard. There's the battle in the Super V class between two more 42-foot fountains. That is the Yachts Fountain with Sergey Allegre and Michael Carcente, and the Miccosukee Indian Gaming with Wyatt Fountain and Brett Furshman. These two near identical 42 fountains battled all season long in both SBI and APBA, as well as the OSS. Number 96 and the number 30, Yachts Fountain and Miccosukee Indian Gaming. The Yachts Fountain team out of France, very strong runners. This team has put together several World Championship runs here in Key West. Right now, just ahead of Miccosukee Indian Gaming. Miccosukee came out victorious on the first day of racing here, but right now are in second place trying to chase down Yachts Fountain. Dicing it out in the Super V class. Other Super Vs include Team Predator and the Outer Limits Lucas Oil with Nigel Hook and Joe Scrow. Very tight battle in Super V class right there. Two identical boats heading towards turn one. Mikasuki trying to get on the inside there, pushing Yachts Fountain to the outside, trying to gain an advantage right here. Mikasuki Indian Gaming, Brett Firschman and Wyatt Fountain, along with crew chief Dylan Firschman. Pulling alongside there, definitely getting an advantage in that corner, moving by Yachts Fountain. Michael Carcente and Sergey Allegre in Yachts Fountain. Drag racing between turns 1 and 2 here in Key West for the 2007 SCI ATVA UAM World Championship. Over 25 years of racing excitement here in Key West. You see the two Super Vs getting ready, trying to catch up to the Super V Unlimited of Team Taboo right there. Definitely going to go by them right here as they head into Key West Harbor. Looking back there, there is another Super V Unlimited entry. That is Team Instigator. Peter Meyer, the owner, Throttleman, Bob Oliver out of Philadelphia on the wheel. Team Instigator, the national champions in Super V Unlimited for 2007. This 42-foot fountain, Mercury power and drives, rigged and prepared by Jerry Haney in Greenville, North Carolina. There you see Team Taboo dropping off the pace and heading into the pit area very early in this race. Number 22, Instigator, moving into third place in Super V Unlimited here in Key West. Heading past world-famous Mallory Square and the Ocean Tea House right now, heading into the harbor turn, Key West 2007. Quickly coming on screen right there, that is Team Motley Crue, the 00 in the Cat Light class, the Roman brothers, Ron and Scott Roman out of New Jersey. Here comes Team Predator, number 41. These guys back in action after barrel rolling their boat in testing yesterday. Working all night, doing a great job. Gabriel Pacheco and Dennis Del Torre of Team Predator back in the saddle quickly after having a little mishap in testing yesterday. The Fountain crew as well as the Plantation Boat Mart crew worked all night feverishly to get this boat ready for racing, and they're back at it again. Doing battle in the Super V class, trying to chase down the fountains of Mikasuki and Yachts as well as the outer limits of Lucas Oil. But number 41, Team Predator, doing a great job at this point. Looks like they're not having any problems at all, motoring along right now. You can see Team Predator going by the number 17 of AMF Lavycraft in the V Limited category. Predator is sponsored by Plantation Boat Mart of Plantation Key in the Florida Keys, one of the world's largest fishing boat dealers. Dealers for hydrosports as well as deep impact. Hitting a little bit of a bump as they round turn 1 on the backstretch here. Team Predator, Plantation Boat Mart, number 41. Motoring along the backstretch, getting ready to go around turn 2, heading into Key West Harbor. Team Predator, Plantation Boat Mart. Dennis Del Torre and Gabriel Pacheco. Coming down now on the Cat Killer. This is Sjogren Performance Marine, 45-foot fountain sponsored by Rio Roses. David Knight is the throttle man from the Fountain Factory, number 76, Sjogren Performance Marine. Mike Siebold is in the cockpit with David Knight. He is the driver from Missouri, legendary tunnel boat racer. Mike Siebold behind the wheel, David Knight on the throttle. Rio Roses fountain powered by Sterling 1500 horse inboards. 45-foot fountain with Mercury number 6 drive. Just cruising along now after opening up a big lead early in the race over the rest of the Super V Unlimited category. Other Super V Unlimiteds include Fountain Worldwide, King of Shaves, HoneyParty.com, The Switch, Team Taboo, and Instigator. Just cruising along, Sjogren Performance Marine, Rio Roses Fountain. Big lead in Super V Unlimited category, rounding turns 1, heading towards turn 2, the outer leg here in Key West. Great attitude on this big 45-foot fountain as they motor across the back section here in Key West. David Knight and Mike Siebold. Proud to bring you another great race here in Key West. Rio Roses Fountain Sjogren Performance Marine were your winners in Super V Unlimited. Fountain Worldwide King of Shaves finishes up in 2nd place. Bob Oliver and Peter Meyer, Instigator, finished 3rd in the Unlimited class. In the Cat Light class, Reliable Carriers was able to take the win today after Motley Crue had an incident in a turn, finishing in 2nd place. Team Amsoil with Bob Teague and Paul Whittier came home 3rd for Amsoil AMF Offshore Racing. In the Super V class, the French team, the Yachts Fountain, took the victory over Miccosukee Indian Gaming of Brett Furshman and Wyatt Fountain. Both those fountains finished ahead of the Lucas Oil Outer Limits of Nigel Hook and Joe Scrow in the Super V class. P1 class, that is on the chip, and Team Cintron, Johnny Stanch and Nick Monaco in Cintron, Kurt Cropper and Jimmy Winters in on the chip as these guys go by, splitting the difference of these other boats.
Middle of the screen, obviously having problems with Lucas Oil Outer Limits of Nigel Hook and Joe Scrow. The switch in the center of your screen about to get passed by these two strong-running P1 boats on the chip. 38-foot fountain powered by a pair of JC Performance inboards coupled to the Mercury No. 6 drive. As Syntron on the outside, powered by a pair of big Stotler blower motors coupled to Mercury No. 6 drives, a 42-foot fountain. Some great runs for Syntron Liquid Energy this year, along with taking the victory in Sarasota. Right now, they're battling side by side, heading into the harbor turn on the chip, pulling out just a little bit of a lead. How much room will they leave heading into the corner? Both boats rounding the pin right there. Syntron with the inside line, as on the chip takes the outside route. Team on the chip reportedly moving up to Supercat next year. Ordered a 388 skater. Look to see those guys doing battle all season long next year. Jimmy Winters and Kurt Cropper and on the chip, but out front in P1 class, Team Syntron Liquid Energy. Johnny Stanch, the throttleman, Nick Monaco, the driver, the boat owned by Ace Autos out of Camden, New Jersey. Number 21, Syntron Liquid Energy with the big Stotler inboards. Not missing a beat right now. 42-foot fountain running great for Johnny Stanch and Nick Monaco. So far this week, Syntron has put together a 5th place and a 1st place finish to put them in 2nd overall. There you see on the chip rolling alongside again, trying to get by on the outside as they head towards turn 1. On the chip, running 3rd place this week with a 1st and a 5th place finish. Jimmy Winters and Kurt Cropper fearless in that 38-foot fountain, definitely coming over on Syntron right now. Syntron having to back off to avoid the wash job, heading into turn 1. On the chip, making their way around the turn, but sliding the boat to the outside of the course. Team on the chip out of Long Island, New York. Big JC Performance inboards, Mercury No. 6 drive. Kurt Cropper on the throttles, running her loose, trying to get her to the front of the pack. These guys, great running team here in P1 class. Your national champions in the OPA for 2006 and 2007. Doing a great job, letting it eat, hanging it all out, trying to win the championship here in Key West. There you see Syntron giving no quarter right there, battled with them throughout the back stretch right there as they round turn 2, heading into Key West Harbor. Pretty good spectator fleet on the outside of the course here. Definitely one of the calmest years in remembrance here in Key West. Great battle side by side between these two P1 boats on the chip and Syntron Liquid Energy. What's Up Performance Marine of Brick, New Jersey. Ed Smith is the owner and driver. Anthony Smith, the throttle man. What's Up, with 2 first-place finishes earlier this week, puts them in great position to win the World Championships for 2007 in the P2 class. Muscle currently in 2nd with a 3rd and a 2nd-place finish. Rounding turn 2 here, heading into Key West Harbor. Muscle Racing on the outside, owned by Offshore Racing Madness of Sarasota, Florida. Rob Nunziato from Dania Beach is the driver. Diamond Dave Branch from Sarasota, Florida is the throttle man. Muscle Racing leading the way into Key West Harbor. With What's Up hot on their trail. Identical boats, identical speeds right here. side by side as they come across the start-finish line once again, with the outer mole pier lined with thousands of fans taking in all this offshore racing action. Great show put on for you here at the 2007 World Championships, brought to you by Superboat International, APVA, and UIM. Number P233, what's up? Anthony Smith on the throttles, Ed Smith at the wheel. Father and son team out of Brick, New Jersey, heading past Mallory Square, the Ocean Tea House, the Pier House, heading into the harbor turn in second place at this point. Coming down now on the 76. This is the Cat Killer Sjogren Performance Marine Rio Roses Fountain. 2 first-place finishes already this week in the Super V Unlimited class. No problem at all for these guys. Mike Siebold and David Knight aboard this 45-foot fountain powered by a pair of big 1,500-plus horsepower Sterling inboards. The Cat Killer moving out right now, making their way past the start-finish line to complete another lap at the head of the pack for Team Sjogren Performance Marine Rio Roses Fountain. They're going by Patron Tequila at P211, Bill McComb and Chevis James. No match for the big Cat Killer's 1,500 horse inboards, heading into the harbor turn with David Knight and Mike Siebold. Number 76, Sjogren Performance Marine Rio Roses Fountain. Harbor right there trying to chase down Reliable Carriers and Team Motley Crew. Right now we're going to go with the 41. This is Team Predator. Dennis Del Torre, the owner and throttle man out of Key Largo, Florida. Gabriel Pacheco, the driver, also out of Key Largo, number 41, is sponsored by Plantation Boat Mart in Plantation Key, the Upper Keys. This team took a spill in testing on Thursday, turned the boat over in the harbor, were able to work all night and get it repaired, back on the race course for Friday's event. Doing a great job as a rookie Super V team. The team did win several championships in the P2 class with their 41-foot Apache. Doing a great job moving up to the spec classes here in the Super V class right now. Team Predator, number 41, Gabriel Pacheco, Dennis Del Torre, and Team Predator out of Plantation Key, Florida. Running past the start-finish line right here at the outer mole. Team Predator running strong in Super V class. Predator has had a good week of racing despite turning the boat over in the first day. Currently with a 3rd and a 4th place finish, putting them in 3rd place overall. Our coverage of race number 2 from here Sunday, the finals in Key West. Race number 8 overall. One more exciting race to be brought to you by Freeze Frame Video. Rio Roses Fountain, the Sjogren Performance Marine, wins in the Super V Unlimited category. Fountain Worldwide, the King of Shaves, finishes up 2nd. Instigator comes home 3rd on this, the final day. The total final points, Sjogren, Fountain, Rio Roses, winning all 3 events, brings home the World Championships for Team Fountain. Fountain Worldwide King of Shaves, 3 second-place finishes, puts them into second place, as Instigator with 3 third places finishes up third. Congratulations to Team Fountain, Sjogren Performance Marine, Rio Roses for the World Championships. David Knight and Mike Siebold put another Reggie Fountain notch in his belt, winning another World Championship. In Cat Light Class, Motley Crue wins the final day with Reliable Carriers, finishes up in second place. Team Amsoil AMF, Bob Teague and Paul Whittier finished in third in the finals. Overall, Motley Crue secured enough points to take the World Championships for Ron and Scott Roman. Reliable Carriers number 40, Jerry Chastelet and Reggie Fountain III finished in second, as Bob Teague and Paul Whittier put Team Amsoil AMF in third. Congratulations to the 00 team of Motley Crue, another World Championship for this 368 skater here in Key West. Great job, Team Motley Crue and Kurtz Marine Competition Center. In the Super V class, Miccosukee Indian Gaming takes the final event. Yachts Fountain finishes in second place for the French team. Team Predator put together another strong run to finish in third for our Florida Keys-based team. Team Miccosukee Indian Gaming, Wyatt Fountain and Brett Bershman win the World Championships for another year. Yachts Fountain finishes second overall, as Predator ends the week in third place. Big congratulations to the number 30 team, Bad Apple Racing, Miccosukee Indian Gaming, Brett Bershman and Wyatt Fountain putting another World Championships under their belt. In a Super V Limited, Extreme Vortex took the checkered flag here on Sunday at the final event, with AMF Ladycraft all the way from California finishes in second. In Super V Limited, that gives the World Championship to Extreme Vortex. Steve Miklos and Gary DeSoucis winning another championship for their 29-foot Extreme. AMF Ladycraft finishes in second. At the finals, on the last day of racing, Team Syntron, Johnny Stanch and Nick Monaco take the checkered flag. On the chip, battled their way to second place, and Media Master finished up in third. The overall results look like this. Syntron Liquid Energy taking the World Championship. On the chip, out of Long Island, New York, finishes second, and Media Master, also out of Long Island, finishes up in third. Congratulations to Johnny Stanch and Nick Monaco in the Ace Transport-owned Syntron Liquid Energy 42-foot fountain powered by Big Stotler Power. In Manufacturers 2 class, What's Up with Ed and Anthony Smith took another win here at the finals. Patron Tequila 399 skater takes second. Impulse Energy Drink finished up in third. Overall for the week, What's Up perfect all week long with a string of first place finishes. Second place went to Patron Tequila. Third place was Impulse Energy Drink of Scott Brown and Jim Anselmo. Congratulations to the P233 team of Ed and Anthony Smith for taking the World Championship in the P2 class. Very special thanks from Freeze Frame Video to Russell Kilpatrick for another great year of racing and capturing awesome footage here in Key West. Also special thanks to Roxy Hanna for her help in the helicopter in getting all the great shots for you to view. Freeze Frame Video proud to be part of over 25 years of racing action in Key West and offshore racing in general. We'll see everybody next season. We have one more race to cover here, the final race in Key West for 2007. We'll see you all soon.